peeps? Mr.Bones back at you, and welcome back to another Peep This Reviews. We're going to talk about Gamera the Brave, requested by my friend Casey over Interweb Kaiju. I'm going to read the back first. In a beautiful seaside town on the Shimu Peninsula of Japan, 11-year-old Toru Aizawa has lost his mother. In his sorrow, he stumbles across a tiny egg on a mysterious red stone, and the egg hatches into a cute turtle he names Toto. Mai, a friend of his with heart problems, suggests that Toto has something to do with Gamera, a monster that emerged 33 years ago and died defending the human race. Toro's turtle lives up to that name when, after being missing a while, it appears to drive away a giant lizard monster. Knowing the threat will return, the Japanese government masterminds a defense strategy, but only Toto can stop the horrible monster. This is directed by Ryuta Tasaki, written by Yukari Tatsui. Toro is played by Ryo Tomioka. Mai is played by Kaho, and I don't say her last name. Anyway, this movie is it's about Toro there, young boy, and the movie comes on with a Gamera fighting Gaios, and in order to defeat him, he glows red and just explodes, self-destructs in order to defeat that bunch of Gaios. Then the movie comes on with years later with Toro finding a little egg on top of some kind of red gem, and it hatches, and it's a baby, looks like a baby sea turtle, and he takes it home and names it Toto. He wants to keep it as his pet, his little pet turtle named Toto. It slowly starts to grow bigger. It's very intelligent, and it slowly gets a little bigger, like a box turtle, and then it starts to look like a small sea turtle, and then it starts to have the ability to hover around, and his neighbor, a little girl named Mai, that lives across the way, is looking out her window and sees it. He's like, "Oh, it's nothing," and I don't know, he tries to hide it from her at first, but eventually tells her about it, and she tells him she thinks it's a Gamera, and he doesn't want to believe it's a Gamera, it's his little friend Toto. And then eventually he comes up missing, and then returns bigger to fight this thing called a Zetus, which is described as like a sea lizard, but it looks like a dragon to me. It's a pretty cool villain monster. It can shoot its tongue like a spear. And yeah, this is considered a child's movie directed towards children because there's many children in it. And Gamera doesn't quite look as badass as he does in other movies. Like this is the cover to the 90s trilogy. Then you got this cover from the older ones. Instead, he's much cuter. He kind of looks like he was designed by Jim Henson. Or he kind of reminds me also of this scene of a turtle in the Never-Ending Story. But yeah, he shows back up bigger, but he's not as big as the villain monster. He's like a teenager, and he's giving it his damn best to fight this thing and fight it off and to defeat it, to protect the people. But he's getting his ass kicked pretty good. Then all of a sudden, the little girl, his friend, has heart trouble, the little girl, and she's in the hospital, and she all of a sudden starts trying to raise out of her bed saying Toto, and she has that gem because he gave it to her as a gift, and she wants to get it to him because she knows he needs it. And this little girl is like down below where she's at sees her and goes and grabs it and says, "For Toto." And then all of a sudden it turns into like a Olympic torch passing thing. I don't know what you call that, but like running of the Olympic torch, and she runs as far as she can till she gets wore out, and another kid just randomly shows up and knows what she's trying to do for Toto. And another kid takes it, then another kid is like passing the Olympic torch. And it finally makes it to Toro, where him and his dad are watching these two fight. And then he runs it up to him where he's stuck in a building where that thing blasted him through a building. And he's sitting there having a discussion with him while he's got this green ooze falling out because he's getting his ass kicked. He's like, I want to give you this gem, but you are not allowed to destroy yourself. I don't want you to destroy yourself. And it's like, he's gonna get it. He's gonna get killed while you're sitting there debating. Just give him the damn gem. But he finally gives it to him, and it's like a Mario Brother power up. He gets a power up and starts being able to defend himself against Zetus. And right when you think he's gonna power up and blow himself up, he starts getting all ready. He blows his fire out like Godzilla does and kills Zetus. And it's pretty damn good movie. I enjoy it. If you haven't seen this movie, I'd recommend you check it out. If you've only seen the others, I enjoy them all. I would say my favorite are the 90s trilogy. But behind them would be Gamera the Brave, and then the older ones because, you know, they're older. A lot of them are in black and white. But anyway, I hope I did decent, Casey. He asked me to review this. It's a little out of my genre. I mean, I do love kaiju movies, but I generally review horror movies. So, yeah, it's an awesome movie. I'd recommend you check it out if you haven't seen it. Peace.